This is my ENME 351 final project. It's kind of like one of those hammer games at the carnival, but instead of trying to hit a thing with a hammer as hard as you can, the goal is to land the sickest ollie. So there are two pieces of hardware to this project. There's the stand with the lights that show you how hard you did the thing, and then there's the skateboard itself that you do the thing on. The skateboard has an Arduino and a 9-volt battery on it. And here, the skateboard has an accelerometer on it that can measure X, Y, Z acceleration, and also a gyroscope that can measure angular acceleration. The stand bit has an Arduino with a relay, a strip of LEDs that go up the mast here. And at the top is this solenoid that the relay goes to, so when the relay closes, the solenoid will hit this cowbell. Both of these units have these wireless transmitter receivers on them so they can talk to each other. So let me show you what happens when I run the processing code. It starts out just as a white screen, but when I plug in the skateboard here, it starts transmitting data to the Arduino, which sends data to processing, and processing gets that signal and says, "We're ready." And now what's going to happen is when I accelerate this board, processing is going to register that. So here you see the red, green, and blue lines, and those are the three axes of acceleration. You can see the blue line is offset above the red and the green line. And that's because that's the vertical axis of acceleration. So that one is already experiencing the force of gravity, so that's pulled up. So like if I rotate the board 90 degrees, then now it's the red axis, and again, now the green axis is offset. So what I do to quantify how sick your ollie is I integrate this blue set of data, the vertical acceleration, over this period, and that will give me the average velocity. And I figure that if you have a higher average velocity, then your ollie is probably going higher in the air, and that's probably a sicker ollie. And that score actually shows up here in the top right corner. So if I give it a tiny bump, then your score is only 58. But if I hit this really hard, then that score is 2498. What I did was I experimented to find what the number was that qualified as a pretty sick ollie, and I plugged that in as the winning number. Depending on what your score is between 0 and the winning number, that's how high the LEDs on this mast are going to go. If they go all the way up to the very top, if you reach the winning number, then you win. So without further ado, let's do some sick ollies. Ow. Oh, not a sick ollie. Oh, not a sick ollie. Not a sick ollie. So close to a sick ollie. Not even. Oh, not a sick ollie. Oh, ow. Oh. Definitely not a sick ollie. Oh, sick ollie. Oh, sick ollie. Oh. So that's my sick ollie machine. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, especially given how basic the calculation is. I'm really surprised that it's usually able to tell the difference between a clean ollie and just sloppily throwing the board around the room. Thanks for watching.